This is another glass of water, the 8th glass, and I'll be drinking this, and by the time this is empty, you'll be falling asleep. So let's get onto this video, okay? So have you imagined a dream where you go on a school trip to a place where you don't know where you're actually going? A surprise field trip. And so you're going to be imagining a dream like this. And so let's get you dreaming, okay? Okay. Your dream starts. So you are in school, whether you are a kid or an adult. Okay, you are in school, and it is actually the last day of school. And so you are sitting at your desk at the back row with notebooks because your teacher tells you in advance that you don't know. You don't need to bring anything, okay? So, with nothing on a desk, your teacher makes an announcement. An announcement that surprises everybody. The teacher tells everybody that you're all going to have a school trip, a field trip. So right away, everybody is excited. You are excited. And you're sitting at your desk with a smile. So you happen to look at your left and you see a guy with a girl. And they're really close together and they happen to kiss for 12 seconds. And as you look at the girl and guy kissing at your left, the desk over, your teacher tells you that the permission slips have already been signed and you don't have to pay anything for the field trip. And now you just have to wait for the bus to come. And so you start to think, and people are already asking, where are we going? Is it something fun or something like that? The teacher replies you and everybody else. The teacher, with a smile, says, you're going to go on a field trip. It's not for an assignment. It's for the last day of school, a way to celebrate it. And so, you guys are very excited. And the best part of this trip is you will not know where you're actually going to go. It is a surprise. Okay. And so you are very excited and you look at the girl and guy at your left. They're kissing and they're having a great time. We're all passing notes and playing and eating time, killing time, killing time. And eventually the teacher says, okay, it's time. Line yourselves up and get dressed and go outside. So you get dressed, you put on your most favorite t-shirt. For example, this sweater or something. It is a very, very mild day and it is very sunny with partly clouds. There is no rain. and you head straight out the door, swinging it open, single file out the school and onto the street, okay? And you're all wondering why on the street? Because instead of the usual school bus, you're gonna board the city bus. So it's not a yellow school bus or something, and it's the school bus. No, not school bus. It's the city bus. And the city bus is very big, and it can hold up to as many students as much as the whole class, like 30 to 50 people. There's a lot of people in the class, including the guy and girl and the couple. And by the way, the guy and the girl that kissed for 12 seconds is a girl that you've never met before, but you've seen her before. You've seen her in class. You've seen her sit right beside you, in the desk next to you, and the guy is sitting one row ahead. Okay, and so you board a bus, and the teacher tells everybody, "Are you ready?" You all said, "Yeah, yes, we're all ready. We're very excited to end the 2025 school year." And then the teacher says, "Amazing. Your surprise is waiting." Okay. And so everybody gets super excited, and the bus starts to move. Okay. The bus starts to move, makes a few turns, and eventually leaves the city or town. And so the bus goes, eventually merging into a highway. So at one point, the bus driver tells everybody that the destination won't be for 2 hours. So prepare yourselves to kill time. Alright. And so, it's 2 hours long, the trip. Everybody's going to be excited where they're going, okay? And the bus goes and goes and goes. And then as the bus rolls through the highway, you start to think, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Is it a museum where it is a surprise test? Hopefully you trust that teacher. The teacher says it's not for an assignment. Hopefully it's an amusement park, which hopefully you are going to go there. You really cannot stop imagining you riding roller coasters. Okay. Or maybe it is a surprise stay at a hotel. Who never knows? You never know. And so, eventually you kind of get bored, and you have your phone with you. The time says 9:36 a.m. And he asks the bus driver, "How far are we from here?" And then the bus driver says, "It's only been half an hour." Come on, you've got an hour and a half to kill. And so the trip seems to be very, very, very boring. And you are really getting bored. And you start to look around the bus. You notice the couple again. The girl and the guy kissing. Okay, the girl and the guy kissing. They're still kissing. It happens to be 12 seconds again. Or you never know. You don't know if it's actually 12 seconds. They're just kissing. And then they stop kissing. And the bus moves around, passing through bridges and passing through trees on this seemingly endless highway. This highway seems to go on forever, up and down, underneath tunnels, underneath a longer tunnel, and then out to merge into another highway. And eventually you get super bored that you decide to go on your phone and just scroll through your internet through data. You get so glued on your phone that at one point you look and glance out the window and you see that the trees are all gone. You see just sky as if the horizon expanded down to the bottom. You're so used to see the horizon move really quickly, and now the horizon is all gone. Now you only see the road, and beside the road, where it's supposed to be grass and a line of trees, you just see sky and clouds. Okay. So that's super, super weird. Okay. So you ask everybody else, and what is going on? What is going on out here? Why there are no more trees? Why are there no more trees? And so the thing is that even though despite asking everybody, they don't seem to answer you. They just stare into the abyss. They just look like this endlessly, just have their eyes open. They don't even move their heads. They don't even say a word or blink, as if everybody turned to statues. The bus eventually stops. And you look outside the window again. It's all empty. There's just sky. And there's not even a road. There is not even a road. Boom. And the road seems to be disappearing. And the bus seems to not fall. It seems to just float in the sky. And everybody's still there, now frozen in time. And so you ask the bus driver, "Are we here?" The bus driver says, "Yes, you have reached the destination." And so you ask him, "Is that it? Is that it?" He says, "Yes, this is the destination." And so you come out of the bus. The bus driver tells everybody to get out of the bus. And you start to move forward and outside the bus. And it seems like only you have stepped outside. And then the bus driver closes the door and leaves. Like that. Not even another person went down. It seems like everybody just stayed inside the bus and leaves. And leaves you alone in the sky. You are now standing on an invisible platform. Like there is a platform. You can feel it, you can touch it, but you can't fall. It is like you could collide onto it. You feel the texture, you put your hand down. It is the same texture as the road, alright? Like bumpy, really bumpy road texture, like the texture you'd normally feel if you feel the road. Concrete. Okay, if it's concrete or not. Okay. And now you're lost. You are in the middle of nowhere. Just clouds and sky. Nothing else, no trees. And you're not even falling. You're not even falling. And you really, really want to go back. And if that is the destination, if that is the field trip, you really kind of regret coming. And at some point, you really cross your fingers to see the bus again. And to your miracle, you see it again in front of you. With nobody else. It's just you. Okay. And so you go up to the bus driver and says, "Welcome to life. You have graduated. It's time for the real world." And you tell the bus driver, "Can I please go back? I want to go back home." The bus driver says, "Welcome to life. $43.50 for your 2-hour trip back home." You go look over onto your wallet. You have no money. And you tell the bus driver, "I don't have any money. I can't come back. I'm broke." And the bus driver says, "Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. Welcome to life." Or something along the lines of "Welcome to the real world." And so the bus driver closes the door and leaves. And eventually there are more buses that come in the sky floating. Again, you are hoping you will meet a bus, come across a bus driver that will let you in and go back home. And so you kind of forget everything else. And eventually the dream ends right there. And the glass is now empty. That's it. I hope you have gotten your tingles. If this made you sleep, give this video a great thumbs up by hitting that like button in the description, above the description, right under the video. If you did not sleep, if you managed to stay awake and watch through the whole thing, comment down below which trigger helped you the most, and whether you enjoyed this dream imagination story. So hopefully this eases off your sleep debt and pay off your entire balance of your sleep credit card. And so, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.